have it writ upon thy meager grave, felled by King Wargot, last of all kings. But speaking of kings, Sumi is at it once again, everyone, with Worgott, the Omen King here. Yet another Elden Ring invader, it seems. He's not much of a fighter like Walenia was, mind, but with both good and bad omens on his side, chances are he'll be way more your jive at the end of the day. So let us old man it up. No, seriously, we have got some old bones to contend with upon entering this new world of ours. For you see, Wargott's been around the block, so he will be roughly 10% slower than all other survivors in this game. Now I know that isn't much, but it could still come back to bite us for sure. If speed is different, kiting is different. But ask yourself this, what's an old coot without their cane? The Omen Staff will rest within Worgott's inventory right off spawn, and it just so happens to put a bit of a skip in his step once it's in his hand. He will go from being 10% slower than most others to 5% faster instead. Once more, it is nothing too spectacular, but more speed is more speed if you know what I mean. So hold on tight. And to add to all of that, this Omen Staff is more than just a tool to get our feetsies moving. The thing offers Worgott 150 uses in total at 45 damage a hit. Although I would look into having it slowly, and I do mean slowly, drain its durability when held as well, just to help balance things out. As I mean, you've already looked to consider just that for its craft, as each new one is going to cost Worgott 30 health per, and let's face it, free speed and damage immediately off spawn is always going to be pretty wild, even for modded characters. Still, I do enjoy the idea and the utility of it. But what about them good and bad omens you mentioned before, Beard? What will we be dealing with in day-to-day gameplay beyond being old? Ah yes, that would be the Omen blessings here. Wargot has no need for actual tools, as the guy can seemingly just summon them all to his hand whenever a task requires them. Be it an axe, shovel, hammer, or pickaxe, the so-called last of the kings can save some space for some other junk. Or can he? For you see, these Omen blessings come with an ominous curse. A curse that sees the start of every one of these toolless actions drain 2 to 3 points of hunger, sanity, and health each and every time. Yeah, not great, but it might just get worse. Because what if I told you that the guy could also conjure up an Omen Spear from nothing that dealt 45 damage a swing, but is also going to drain 1 point of hunger, sanity, and health per hit? Well, I just did. Because it's a flippin' thing. A thing that can be mitigated by using some actual tools and weapons, sure. However, I really don't like how this is an actual viable workaround. It eliminates half the character for Pete's sake. Keep him using his Omen stuff alone, and then simply lessen the drains, I think. It will help preserve his perks. Then again, we could just potentially do it ourselves, I suppose, as who am I to speak out of turn and question Sumi's work? Because of course Worgott has a configuration menu, folks. And of course, we can adjust just about everything we are going to see here today, including those very same drains I just flippin' mentioned. Plus, if we aren't a fan of spawning in with that decent weapon, we can tweak that too. As always, I implore you to mess with these characters before judging them outright. The good ones always need a bit more love. But what else does Wargot got to offer us, Beard? Well, no 10,399 health, I can tell you that, but I think 175 will do just fine. And as for the rest of his stats, I wouldn't really anticipate anything special, because there isn't anything special, as you can see. At least not when he's alone, that is. But hold up, Beard. The heck does that even mean? Is he not really a cooperative character? No, none of that really. It just means that the guy is somehow still worried about his appearances, even after all this time. Wargot doesn't enjoy being around the more civilized side of the constant, and will begin to rapidly lose sanity when nearby pigmen, merms, bunnymen, rock lobsters even, and Pearl herself. Meaning there's gonna be no getting down with people of his own age, unfortunately. And no, all them mobs being followers will not actually counter this significant drain either. Wargot, I guess, is just a bit timid. And you know, given this, I'm starting to retract any of my suggestions. I'm thinking Wargot is gonna need all the bloody help he can get. Especially when he has a schnoz like this. Once more, I find myself chuckling at your Gosumi, as they're just great and surprisingly funny each and every time I die with your characters. And once more to everyone out there, I do apologize if you will be incapable of hearing his voice, as it's yet again a quiet one. But ears up. And there you have everyone. Wargot, the Omen King, by the one and only Sumi and Company. Or should I say, Wargit instead. I don't know, as I really haven't played Elden Ring as much as I should have. And that's a problem, as it sounds like we've got yet another soul-inspired Sumi creation very close on the horizon, everyone. But like I said in Walania's video, a Sumi mod is a guaranteed showcase no matter what, and that hasn't changed after today. Perhaps a few tweaks are needed for Worgott here, but as always, my hat is off to all those who worked on them. Thanks for watching, folks. Well wishes to all, embrace your omens, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.